Settings. VSync, full screen, sensitivity, volume, please. Okay. Alright, so not a lot of options here, but that's fine. So let's hit new. I have not played it. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in the universe of barren moons, lit by a ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You are a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you earn your freedom. All right. Any key to continue?
Beginning at descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Okay.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding.
Okay.
We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refreshing and be careful. You're on your own.
We're on our own. Okay. Alright. Ooh, sensitivity very high. Oh, can we not? 2 weeks ago, we conducted exploration of moon AT5 for the first time since Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of the fourth blood ocean. Trench beneath the ocean surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of specified position and 10 degrees of specified angle. You can use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at specified points of interest will be saved. Since you cannot navigate by sight, pay attention to the coordinates and consult the map. Proximity indicators next to the sub controls will trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Good luck. Hover over nodes. Okay. So we need to figure out where we are first. And then we'll be able to go to these nodes. Help. Unknown query. Okay, so we don't know queries. The fact that I can't get to, because I need to change the sensitivity. I guess I have to go back to this. It has a continue button because the sensitivity is way too high. Let's try that. If I hit continue, does it work? No. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Okay.
Beginning at descent.
So I'll have to watch this part again, but sensitivity was way too high. The fact that I can't interact with the menu while here seems like a weird oversight.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding. We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refreshing and be careful. You're on your own.
Okay. Ah, much better. Okay. What is this? This is not an expedition, it is an execution. When they put you here, they don't want you to return. Even if you do, And even if you keep their promises, what freedom waits for you? A few dying ships in a sea of dead stars. If there is still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is an illusionary. It is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of the ocean, unseen, unheard, uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. Okay, this is our... Okay, nice. Now, local database, last updated. So if I hit briefing, AT5, if I type in the stuff into this computer, do I get information? Like if I do AT5. Okay. Redacted. Blood Ocean. Unexplained phenomenon that has been identified for 4 separate moons since the Quiet Rapture. Moon AT5 and Moon Z8 are the most notable locations as they under control of the COI. Enough research has been conducted on the blood itself to determine that it is indeed human blood. We have not discovered where it comes from or how it gets in its liquid form. The ocean at AT5, which is where we are, is particular interest because of redacted. Okay, what is the Quiet Rapture? In 357 EIC, without prior warning, radio contact with our respective planets was suddenly cut. Nobody can recall having visual contact with any planets when the incident occurred or experiencing any other visual phenomenon. So it's uncertain what exactly might have happened. Upon investigation, it was observed independently by several stations that had been previously planets. Nothing remained. Further investigation over the following months revealed that all known planets with sentient life, flora and fauna, a habitable atmosphere, or any sort of natural resource were likewise gone. Along with all of known stars, the only celestial bodies that have been found since are either uninhabitable moons or asteroids. Many theories have proposed for this disaster. Religious interpretation of it as a literal rapture, some unknown quantum anomaly, or something more cosmic and sinister. There are no concrete answers. What is EIC? Epoch of Interplanetary Colonization. Epoch of Interplanetary Colonization, or EIC, is an interstellar calendar adopted with the establishment of the first off-Earth colony on Mars in '92. It was and is the predominant calendar used throughout the known galaxy, although before the Quiet Rapture, many debated switching over to a more standardized measurement of years. IMC, or Interstellar Martian Calendar, was especially popular, owing a large population residing on Mars. After the Quiet Rapture, all stations went to still use EIC, aside from Eden, which uses IMC. Okay, so we've got IMC. Yep. Alternate, more wide. Officially adopted by Mars. Okay, it's got Mars. 4th planet from the sun. Yeah, I know that. Site for the off-Earth colony. Mars was... Wait, 4th planet from the sun? Is that true? Have I been doing something wrong my entire life? Yeah. It is the 4th one. Okay. What was I thinking? 1, 2... Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. My brain grabbed on something there. Okay, we didn't look up Eden. Surpassing in 143. Eden. Space Station Eden is a large man-made structure that still exists in the wake of the Quiet Rapture. It's formerly the main station for Mars. The populace still maintain a strong sense of Martian patriotism and independence, making them a constant threat to the sanctity and security of the COI. We'll look up them next. The current population of 468 has only known remaining trees in the interior garden. COI considers Eden a threat to all collective well-being after their attack on Filament Station. What is Filament Station? Filament Station was the fourth and largest space station in the COI until 362 EIC, when tensions between COI and Eden erupted in a 9-day battle on the station. Conflict battle ended unresolved when Eden troops resorted to sabotaging the station's reactor, resulting in a critical breach. The breach left... redacted. Oh, interesting. The breach left Filament Station uninhabitable due to high levels of radiation. It was sat empty since. Prisoners have taken the conflict, have been undergoing conflict realization since the... in the years since, with the final ones expecting to repay their debts and integrate into COI society by 381. So conviction, realization. Humane form of criminal justice used by COI, where the crimes repaid by rendering service to the general collective. Often this is by performing surveys, maintenance, and other similarly beneficial tasks. So we might not actually have been this is obviously what's happening to us, but we might actually not have been a bad person, right? If we took part in the riot to push out whoever the COI are, which we'll find out who they are in just a second when I type that in, we might have just been one of the capturers of that revolution. So this is interesting. The COI. Consolidation of Iron is a brotherhood of 3 space stations and 2 spacecraft found in the principle of collectivism and ruled by popular vote of all citizens, numbering 257 at the time of this entry. Its name comes from iron and steel materials its 2 main stations are constructed from, the principle of unity, togetherness in the face of menace from surrounding stations as Eden. Anomaly? Unknown query. Help. Convict. Okay. I don't know if we have any other words. Decent. COI. Eden. Trying to make sure we got all of this. Mars. EIC. IMC. Blood Ocean. There was another planet. There it is. Moon Z8. Site of one of the 4 known blood oceans and one of 2 such moons under the control of the COI. Moon Z8 has historically been used for realization of COI convictions until the discovery of Moon AT5. Moon AT5. This entry has been redacted. See Blood Oceans. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we got a little bit of information there. Where are we? We're 182, 116. So 182, just probably around here. So I think we're like here. We're probably here. So we need to, do we know which way we're facing? I guess this is our direction. So we would be facing this way. So we need to get up to about 200. So like where we're at 200, maybe, yeah. So we need to go to Y200. Okay, there is a little bit of a slowdown, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay, so now if we're at 182, 200, we're probably like right here. So we need to rotate 90 degrees and head to about 325. Okay. That should be good enough. And then now we need to head to 325. Okay, we should be here, right? 200. Yeah, so we got close to this wall. So we're like we're basically right here. So we should be fine. Should go away here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we still need to get to about 325. So this is... Okay, we have an angle of rotation as well. So... Almost there. Okay. So now we need to get exactly to 322, 186. So we need to back up a little bit. 322. And now we need to rotate this way. And then we need to go... Oh, that's too far. $180. $186, okay. So we should be able to see what we need to here. Now it does say angle 33. So if I take this picture, are we at the wrong angle? Something there. So if we rotate this... Ooh, way too far. Angle is very, very touchy. Okay, so now if we take a picture, we see, looks like bones. Okay, and there is a check mark there. So yeah, so we have to match the angle and the positioning. Okay, so our next one is here. So we need to, if we're here, looks like we need to probably head straight up to about 250 and then head right. So let's do that. Yep. It's fine. 250. Okay, now if we're at 250, we need to rotate 90 degrees and go to about 378. That's fine. Oh, that's too far. Okay. Okay, 378. So now we need to rotate again 90 degrees and go up. So okay. We need to get to 263. Which shouldn't be too far. Okay, we're at 263. There we go. And we need to be at angle 50. Too far. Come on. There we go. So now if we take a picture, we should see something. More bones, it looks like. Okay. Now here's the interesting one. So if we angle this right, we're here. So we need to angle it at about... What is that? 135? Angle about 135, maybe 134. And then we should be able to head directly from here up. We'll have to readjust as we get here, but yeah. So we're looking for 134. There's also these, like, spots here. Like the static spots. I'm not sure if there's something hidden there. We'll have to look. But because there's something like there, you can see an obvious like curve right here. It looks like there might be a path here. We can't see how this connects, so we're completely blind there. Okay, interesting. So we're looking at about 134. Oh, wait, it would be 60 minus 45 is 315. So let's go 314, and now we need to head that way. Hello? Nope, don't see nothing. Okay. What about Veil? Hold on. Beyond the Veil. Veil? No, okay. I was just thinking about it, I was like, is there something in this note, maybe? Freedom? I don't know how to spell that. Wait, you can... you can delete the word quarry. That's interesting. Okay, so we can still keep going. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so where are we at? We are at 305Y, so we're like right here-ish. Where are we on an X? 334. So yeah, we're like right here. So we need to adjust slightly this way and then keep going forward. Okay. So now we're at 315. So 315 is like right here. And, oh no, 315 would be over here. And then what's the other one? 321. So we're like, yeah, we're like right here. We're trying to get to 259,406, okay.
Oxygen notification.
Okay, we're losing oxygen, it's fine. According to the note, we already know this is an execution, so. Okay, so we should have broke into this area now, so we're looking for 259,406. It's fine. We'll rotate a little bit. Rotate a little bit more. Okay, so we're looking at... Let's go to 406 now. Okay, so that's 406. So now, if 259 would be to the left. So we're very close to it, but we need to rotate. Come on, 270 is what we're shooting for. Good enough. Wait. Is it 255? 259. Okay, I was heading the wrong way. Just a little bit. Alright, so 259, 406, and we need to be at angle 296. Too far. Okay, so we should have a picture here. Interesting. Okay. Does that mark that off? That does. I want to check right here. Right. I want to go right here. So let's make this 270. And let's head this way and see. Because we're looking at basically at 200. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what are we looking at here? Okay, it definitely looks like we're at 406. We haven't really gone much this way. So what if we rotate, right? What if we rotate down this way and snap a picture? What do we see that way? Okay, it looks like it's completely blocked off. Okay, that's fine. Alright, our next one... Is there one down here? No. Oh, there it is. There's two right here. Okay, so we need to get into this next ravine. This is probably the shortest route, but it's also going to be the most difficult. So I think what we need to do first is we need to get to the wall. There we go. We need to just get to the wall first. Which puts us about almost 300. Yeah, so about 300, a little before 300 on the X, and then we can go up, and then on the Y, and then go across on the X. So as we approach 300, we'll be good to go there. Okay. Okay. We should start hearing a beep soon. There it is. Okay. Good. Alright, Alright, so now we need to go up to about... Where are we at? We're at 406, which is like right here. So we need to go about 425, maybe a little bit higher than 425. Alright, let's go to about 427. Yep, that makes sense. So we're like right here-ish. So now we need to rotate 90 degrees again. But now we're gonna have to be very careful not to... Okay, so we're basically scraping along this wall is what we're looking at. So let's go a little bit this way. Just a little bit of distance. Okay. There we go. Yep. So we're like right here. Where are we at? 437, which is roughly like right here. We are at 350, which is, yeah, so we're like right here. So now we need to rotate and head down this way. Let's snap a picture, see what we see. Okay. So you can see the walls in the picture, so maybe we rotate a little, no, not that way. A little bit more that way. So let's see, where are we at? We are at 412, 367. So 367 is like here-ish. The 412's there. Okay, so there's like something here. Like it's a little bit of Okay. What if we rotate? We need to rotate. If we're facing this way and the picture... So we need to go this way. Let's rotate this way a little bit. Snap another picture. See what that's attached to. Okay, it's just the same picture. Interesting. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're looking to get about 400 on the X and about 325 on the Y. Oh, not that way. Okay, so now we should have roughly an opening. So we should be here now, right? 333. So yeah, we're a little bit higher than that line there. So let's go forward a little bit more. Try to get down to roughly there. Yep. And then we can rotate this way. We should be able to head straight into this next area. Okay, let's rotate a little bit that way. We just need to basically get past there. Alright, so our next spot is 560, 277. So if we rotate down like 120-ish, we'll do that. We should be able to get to both of those pretty easily. So it's what? 560, 277. Okay, need to back up a little bit. So that's 277, which means now we just need to head 90 degrees. Or as close to 90 as we can get. Good enough. And now we need to go to... where was it at? 560. There we go. Perfect. Excuse me? Something just moved past us. Because we are right, like, we're right here, right? So we're heading to 560. We're at 277, so we're on this plane here. There should be nothing here, right? As in, like, obstacle-wise. So something just moved past us in the ocean there. Interesting. Alright, that's 560. Alright, what is our angle of approach? 43. Go this way. 43. But there we go. Alright, what do we got? Whale. I don't think whatever that is gonna be good for us. Big, ugly, monster head. Over there. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. So the next anomaly is basically almost what? 135. It's probably, if I had to take a guess, 135 would be this way. So like 140 angle from where we're at. That's a little far. So now we should be able to just head on that way. We're shooting for 613 197. Hello? Very close, okay. So that's our 613. We need to go more this way to get to the 197. Let's shoot for 180. Good enough. Okay, there was our 197, and then we just need to figure out what our angle of approach is. Okay. 163, 197, 55. So, too far. A little bit. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Alright, what do we got? We got a skeleton. Okay. Alright, so now we have this one. This one's going to be hard to get to because we're going to have this little bitty trench right here that we have to get through. So we need to just make our way over there, which shouldn't be too hard. It's just going to be getting through that trench we're going to have to take our time on. Let's see. How far is the trench? The trench is about 725 on the X and about 275 on the Y. Wait, can we check? Can we query skeleton? No. Okay. Fine. Okay, so we're approaching... Okay, we've gone far enough on the Y, I think. 270... Let's see. Yeah, 275 is here. So we actually need to go down a little bit. That is far too high. So like there, maybe? Okay, now we're at X700, so we're here. X700 at 268. So X700, 268 is probably right about here-ish. So we need to just go 90 degrees until we get to the trench, and then we'll have to do some better adjusting and movements. Darn. I was hoping like maybe if you hear the growl, if you take a picture, you can see the creature again, but... Okay. We're at 745, so we're almost to 750. So we're almost here, but where are we? We're at 268. So 268 would be up here. So we need to turn this way some. Keep heading forward. Oof, okay. Okay, we got a lot of lights here. So we're at 262. 262. Which is probably like here-ish. Where are we at? 766. 766. So we're like right here. So we are maybe a little bit lower than we needed to be. Okay, doing better. Take a picture. Okay. So yeah, we need to rotate a little bit more this way. Okay, I think we've made it through this part. I think we're still like right on this edge here, but we're gonna... Okay, so we're at 786, so we're almost at 800. So yeah, we've made it here. We need to rotate up this way a bit, because there is a big open space here. So if we get into this open space, we can easily move down to there. So we're looking for 864, 258. So 864, 258. That's going to be down this way. rotate back up a little bit. Okay, I think what that was is it was this spot right here is what we were saying. So now we should be able to do this. So what was it again? 864, 258. Okay, we need to add more rotation this way. Okay, so we're almost to the X. So that means we need to... Okay, 864. Now we need to get to 258. So now we need to go down this way. Good enough. Okay. And that's 264, and then we'll just need to change our angle to match the picture angle, which is 209. So not too bad from where we were. Tap that a little bit. All right. What do we got? Okay, that's not what we... Wait. 864... 258. I didn't go far enough down. I looked at 64 again and was like, yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. 258. Okay, whatever it is, it's like right in front of us. So now we need to go to 200? 209. There we go. Alright, what do we got? Is that a building? Like a building, right? Windows, door, maybe? Interesting. Well, whatever that is, it's there now. Alright. So now we've got to get back out of here, move through this next trench into here. So how many more do we have left? We've got... Let's see. Hopefully there's nothing down there. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. We have 4 more left. They're pretty spread out though, so. Alright, so let's get out of this area. Let's see, where do we need to get to Y-wise? 250 is here. No, 250 is here. So we need to get to... we need to get to like Y380, or not 380, 280? Y280 roughly. Okay. That'll be fine, and then we need to rotate this. Be... Two... You're subtracting 90, yeah, it should be 270, yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I've messed with angles, and then we need to just go straight. So if we're like right here, right? We need to just go straight all the way to 800, and then rotate slightly down, so... Now when you rotate slightly down, maybe a bit more. Rotate back up. Okay. Okay, too close to that wall. We just need to get out of the trench and then we can Oh, Jesus, that steam scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't expect it to be in my face. Is there anything we can do about that? No, I guess not. Okay, so we are at 248. No, sorry, 266. So, like, here-ish. And we're at 748, which is over here. Okay, so we need to rotate slightly this way and head back into, like, the main part of the trench, and then we'll rotate back up. Basically, once we get to about 575 on the X, we should be good. The heck was that? What happened? We got no indicators, and all of a sudden we just went and we're like teleported. What was that? Because we're basically where we wanted to be now. We're at 570 and 350. Yeah, it's almost like it teleported us right where we needed to be. Very strange. Good enough. Alright. Okay, so we're looking to get to 520 on the Y. Okay, that's fine. We can just readjust slightly there. Yeah, whatever that was just swam past us again. We're looking for 520 on the Y. Right, that's what it said. Yeah, 623, 520. Okay, so made the Y. So now we need to rotate this way. Too far. Still too far. There we go. And now we need to get... Where do we need to get? 623. Okay, so we're pretty close. Should be able to get that within a few more clicks. There we go. So 623, 520 at 63? Yeah, at 63. Okay, a little bit far. And there we go. Alright, what do we got? More bones. So there's definitely something alive down here. Maybe multiple things, given that we're seeing different shapes to bones. Alright, so this is going to be the fun part. We don't know what this looks like, but we're going to have to go through it, right? Make sure we didn't miss any down here. No, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, so we're going to have to basically go 270, and then just go till we get to... If we're here, we're pretty safe going straight across. We're trying to get to about, not exactly 350, but a little close to 350 on the X. So we have a bit of a jaunt here. This is an interesting concept. I'm very curious if what the movie's going to be like, right? Because they established a world here that could be explored. We're getting music. Interesting. They established an interesting world here that I could definitely see being explored, but I'm very curious, like, what is the story going to be? Because you can't, maybe you can, but it feels like making kind of this, like, just a person trapped in a sub for an entire movie, maybe not, might not work perfectly, but then again, they've done movies where people are, like, trapped in rooms or trapped in, like, a couple rooms or whatever, so maybe it is something they could easily do. I don't know. I'm very intrigued by how they're going to turn this into a movie. So almost 350. Okay. It's a very interesting choice for the context of a movie. Because, like, I haven't seen it, but, like, isn't there a movie called, like, The Lighthouse where... Okay, so we're probably gonna die down here, which that's what the note said. There was a movie called The Lighthouse that I thought was about just, like, two guys in a lighthouse. Obviously, there's a lot of metaphorical and symbolic stuff that happens. I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard good things, I guess. I've heard some interesting things, to say the least. So I think the idea of being trapped in, like, a room or a series of rooms is something that could probably be done. You could argue that, like, the original Saw movie, the characters are trapped in a room essentially for the entire movie. Although I think there is a bit of, like, outside stuff that they show, but that might have just been through tapes. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've seen the first Saw movie. Okay, so now we need to... We're at 5... So we're, like, right... Wait, if we're at 520... So we should be... Wait, we should be roughly clear. What are we looking at? Interesting. Okay. So let's rotate up this way, I guess. And head that way. Okay. So we're almost 550. Is there even an opening here? I don't know what the heck I'm looking at right there. Okay. Because there's definitely no opening here, but it has to be connected here, right? Oh, Jesus. Crashed into a wall. Let's see if this save works. Let's see where the save is. Hopefully it's somewhere helpful. Because it has been saying save progress below. Okay, where are we at? 396, 522. So 396. So here, 522. So yeah, we're about right there. So not too far of a Progress lost. I'm so confused. How are we supposed to get... Like, it's obvious that it's this way, right? I hope it's not this way. I wouldn't want to have to go all the way back over there, but... I think it's here. It's just gonna have to be... Okay. Let's go... We're just going to be a bit more careful. Maybe take pictures and... Okay, so we're heading towards a wall. It looks like there's an opening there. If we rotate this way, let's say, I take another picture. See, I can't tell if this is an opening we can get through. Move towards it a little bit. See, there's like this right here, so if we rotate a little bit this way, maybe we can get through there? Okay, so we're almost to 600Y. So we're almost on the other side. So yeah, I think we did. I think what it was is we went too far this way and tried to push in when it's actually over this way. So we're almost to 600Y. So we need to shoot for 741. So. Okay, so I think we're through. Yeah. Now we're through, so 741, 325. Let's go a little bit more of an angle. There we go. $325, $740. Is there a fire? Oh god, there's a fire. Ow. You died of the fire? This fire extinguisher sucks. Great. Fire. Fish. Get on that. Fish. There we go. Oh, interesting. Discoveries at... Body? I looked up fish, and it said that there are redacted entries to that, so... Interesting. Okay. By the way, that would have probably greatly decreased our oxygen because fire takes a lot of oxygen, so. Okay, so we're looking good. 325, 741. Back it up a little bit. $741, and we need to get to 325. So that would be this way a little bit. And that was a little bit too far. So now we've got 325, 741, and we need an angle of 18. Is that what that said? Angle of 18. Too far. Okay, good enough. I look up bones. Information. Terminal. Database. 5. No. Descent. Update. Okay. Trying to see if there was any more lore stuff. I think we got, yeah. So this one's going to be a difficult one because we have to basically, so if we head straight down to about 660-ish, we can go straight across. So okay, that should be good. Now we need to go back to about 250. So now we need to go this way. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've made it into the trench, so we're here. So we need to just make sure we adjust as necessary. So we need to get to about, what is this? About about 190. Nothing. Oh, we are coming up on, based on that picture, we are coming up on the wall. So we need to rotate down this way. Oh, not far enough. Okay. Line it up. Okay, what is 576, 180? Something's like shaking our vessel. That's probably the anomaly we have to take a picture of. Okay, hold on. 180. Okay, now I need to rotate back this way. Okay, it's 576. That should be good. What is our angle of approach? 184. Alright, what do we got? Okay. That's, fun. Okay, so now we need to basically reverse course back this way. And just head back on out of here. See, we just got hit by something again. So now we're at 276. 276 at 635. So 276 at 635, which is here. So we're like right here, right? See, so I don't know if the game developer did that just because it saves some time. But that's interesting because when we were coming back from this, it put us like right here-ish. And now that we're coming back from this, instead of going all the way through, it's put us like right here-ish, right? Because it's 275, which should be halfway between 250 and 300. 275, and then the 635 should be like here, right? So very interesting. I mean, I don't mind it. I think that's helpful if you want to keep the game going. You don't want them to have to like trek through here all the way through here, and you know. Is this our last one? Let me make sure. There's probably some secrets somewhere. I'm sure there's probably like lore stuff in these like little hidden spots. Like if we had gone down here, we probably would have been able to photograph something that would have been able to so we could query the computer anomaly. Okay, so we could like query the computer or whatever. But okay, so if we're here-ish, we need to go this way. So basically like that. Interesting. But yeah, I'm sure this has more to explore. There's probably more lore in the game stuff too. Because what I'm guessing is there's probably another... Because we can look up like AT5, right? Or AT5, right? Oh, what if we look up Iron Lung? Because that's what we're in. Or in-service underwater crafts fashioned by the COI. Okay. All the rumors of SM13. SM13. Oh, that brings us back here. Mob justice of being forced suffocation otherwise have been proven false. See, that's what I'm saying. Is I think we might have been able to find like maybe another sub that would have been a hint that, oh, you're not getting out of here. And I'm sure it's probably like maybe here, or maybe here, maybe down here or something. Because what I'm thinking is that there's probably places you could take pictures to get more queries for the computer. Eden. There we go. Rapture? Can we just type in Rapture? Yeah, that works. Yeah, I see. Mars... Earth? What if we look up Earth? Nothing. IMC. Iron lung. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably something that will give us there'll be like an image or something that'll have like writing on it, and then we can query the computer for whatever that writing is. But let's go ahead and get to this last anomaly. Or at least this last picture. I guess there's only one anomaly. At least that we know of. Other than the giant fish monster that's waiting for us down here. Alright, so we're trying to get to roughly 680 and 500. Okay, so we need to go more this way. Okay. Nice. Interesting. Okay. I wanted to see if we could catch... I wanted to see if we could catch that. O2. Okay, no. What about I? Nope, okay. Whatever. Cool. So we're at 460, let's see. 460. So we're like right here. So we need to just keep going straight. Run a little bit this way. Okay, so we're like right on this wall, I'm guessing. Right here. So we need to rotate this way just a little bit more. Lights flashing. We got also light sensitivity warning. Okay, so we got to make it to this trench here, which we might already be in. 5. No, we need to get to about 575 to be in the middle of the trench. Yeah, I get it. We're gonna die down here. Okay, that should be roughly okay. Now we need to go up until we get to like 720. Wait, 700, 750. So it's not really 775. It's more like 765, maybe. Oh, the water is coming in, I guess. Okay. So now we need to go up. To about 765. Okay. Stop. That's good. Okay, so now we need to rotate this way. Until we get to about, what is this? 675. Okay. So that's 675. Okay. Good enough. And then we need to get to 828. Okay, we're coming up on it. Okay, that's 828. Okay, so 675, 828, and then 295. Could have gone the other way, it would have been quicker, but that's fine. I think we're gonna be looking at that dot, is essentially what it's gonna be. Oh, no, maybe not. It's a little bit north of the dot. 295. Is this where our sub explodes? Yep. That got me, but I was expecting it. I was waiting for it. Very good. Very good. Created in Unity 2021. Yeah, I think that was a pretty solid game. It kept the stuff simple, right? Like it just... Oh, here we go. Expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, although it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon, lifeless corpse. Its ocean, gaping wound in the universe. What's left of it is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope. Yeah, so what I like about this game, it's very simple, but this is a perfect example why a simple concept can work so well. Because the whole time, it works on tension and isolation and sound design, right? Instead of being like, look at all these crazy graphics and spooky monsters and, you know, all this stuff, it's just you in an ocean with something, right? You don't really know, you don't really know what's up with this ocean, and we can query the computer to get information about the world and what's going on, why we might be in this iron lung, and stuff like that. Like it's pretty well done. And again, I think this is a perfect example of why I think indie developers that are like, I don't know if I can make a video game or whatever. This is a perfect example of why you can't, right? Because all this had from a mechanical standpoint, right, was an area they built a indicator that showed you how close you were to stuff, the ability to move in the space. And the thing is you weren't moving in 3D space, right? You weren't going up and down like this. You were moving in 2D. You were going X and Y, right? So you didn't even have to worry about like an actual depth thing. And then taking pictures, and then of course querying the computer, which is just text, right? A very simple mechanical game. But because the focus of tension and isolation and sound design and stuff like that, because those were done so well, it makes you uncomfortable. So whenever like a steam goes off or the fire starts, or at the very end where, you know, the monster eats the sub or whatever, like, all of those moments they've built up this tension, so you're like on edge about like what's next. Because I'll be honest, like the jump scares in this game got me more consistently than the jump scares in other games, because I was so focused on like, okay, we got to go at this angle and avoid this wall, and you know, I was pushing the buttons and readjusting, and all of a sudden steam, it's like, whoa, hold on. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's focus in, get back on there. And then we hear, you know, and then we're like, oh, what was that, and then we'd hear the beep saying we got close to something, and it's like, we're in the middle of a trench, there shouldn't be anything here, and then it like disappears to kind of give us to build the tension that we're not alone in this blood ocean, right? But it's one of those, again, it's one of those ideas that just because it's simple doesn't mean it's bad, right? This is a really good example of a simple game that knows exactly what it wanted to do and executed that really well. Really, really well. I think, like, let's go to the store page. I always like to check the price on this thing. It took us basically a little less than, took us like an hour 20 to get through. Yeah, this game's $6, right? Which I think is more than reasonable for the type of game and the effort put into it and all that stuff. I think this is more than worth that, because again, this is also an example of one of those. Let me switch over here. It's also an example of one of those games where you could watch someone play it, and then playing it yourself are two different experiences, right? Because you don't get to feel the tension of being isolated in the sub unless you're playing the game, right? You could see the tension in probably other people's face when they're playing a game like this, but this is definitely one of those games that I think the experience is important. Having the actual interactivity, and again, it didn't go for a lot of cheap jump scares. It didn't go for, like, it had a few. Like, the fire really wasn't a jump scare, right? It was just like, why is everything crackling all of a sudden? You turn around, you're like, ah, fire, and you spray it out. But they did a good thing with the text stuff, and I don't know. Maybe the developer's been working on this for a while. But having the computer so you could query and, you know, query. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. But anyways, you could ping the computer and be like, what is this thing? What is that thing? What is this thing? And you can learn about the world through text if you want to, right? You don't have to interact, so far as I could tell, you don't have to interact with the computer at all, right? The game itself is still just the experience, right? And I think this does a good job of showing an example of a game that the experience is going to differ than the viewing experience. Because the isolation you feel, the tension you feel, the sounds and all of that stuff that you experience are drastically different when you've played it. I will say it's also very super approachable, like, as a game. Because again, there's not a lot of complicated puzzles, there's not a lot of like jump scares and flashing lights and, you know, all the things that are hard for people to get through with horror, but it still gets, it is very obvious that this game is horror, right? So yeah, I really do not have any issues with Iron Lung. I can see now why this is being turned into a movie. I'm very interested to see how they're going to turn it into a movie, but I could see why. Because if they can maintain this kind of sense of tension that the game has in movie form, you're really going to get people's attention. Because, you know, again, the idea that you're locked in a sub, you have 1, 2, 3, you technically have 4 buttons. You're locked in a sub and you have 4 buttons, right? Forward, backward, rotate, picture. So, yeah, it's interesting. I really really like it. I think it's worth giving a shot. We didn't get all the achievements. Apparently, we're missing 2 achievements. So there's more to find in the game. So definitely go check it out for yourself. Tell me what you think of it. But yeah, this is a recommend for me. I think it's a solid experience. And again, it's a perfect example for anybody that's like on the fence on like, I don't know if I could make a game. It has to have this and this and this. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Sit down with an idea. Make sure that idea works. What you want to have happen works, and then just build the game. It doesn't matter if it's simple or complex or whatever, just build it. Because I'm sure when the developer David, what is their name? David, I can't say their Szymanski? I'm probably butchering that. But anyways, I'm sure when David sat down and made this game, they probably never thought in their wildest dream that people would be like, "Oh yeah, this is a great game," you know, because I've believe me, I've done game development, and whenever you get finished with a project, a lot of times it's very hard to see the positives in your project. So sometimes the outward or the outside critique makes you feel better about a project. And again, if this is a 1-person development team and they made this is really good. This is something I will use going forward as an example of why, if you're interested in game design, you should get into game design. Because this game is a perfect example of just simplicity, but with a solid focus, can work. Period. That's just it. So story-wise, obviously a lot of story through text. We learned about these multiple moons. We have the Quiet Rapture. A lot going on in the world. Would love to see if we're going to explore the world more and maybe a different game. Actually, we should see if David has a different game. Probably just this one, but we'll check. Oh, they have... Oh, okay. So we played a demo for their other game, which is Squirrel Stapler. Wait, are all these made by the same person? There's apparently a bunch of games. Butcher's Creek, Chop Goblins, Gloomwood. Are these all made by the same person? Oh, they're working with someone else, and some of these are in early access. Got it. An Iron Lung. What is this? Okay, but it seems like they have a few more games to check out. Some of them look like they're in early access and stuff, but yeah, definitely check this out. Highly recommend. I really don't have anything bad to say about the game. The fires were a little wonky, but like there's no. It didn't seem like there was any what's it called? There's not really any punishment for taking your time with the fires, other than the fact that like eventually, I'm guessing you'll just die in a fire. But yeah, very very cool game.